Is sex without love empty or empowering? Welcome back to Strong Male Figure. Today, we're diving deep into a question that many men contemplate, but few discuss openly. Is sex without love empty or empowering? This isn't just philosophical pondering. It's about understanding the choices we make and how they shape our lives and relationships. In a world that glorifies hookups, casual flings, and instant gratification, what would the Stoics say? And more importantly, what should you believe as a man striving for strength, discipline, and meaning? At first glance, sex without love feels powerful. You feel desired. You feel in control. You feel like a conqueror. But here's the reality. Lust gives you dopamine, not direction. Pleasure without purpose often leaves a void, not victory. Epictetus said, "Freedom is the only worthy goal in life. It is won by disregarding things that lie beyond our control." Now ask yourself, are you in control, or are you a slave to the chase, to the apps, to the next body? When sex becomes a transaction without emotional depth, it may inflate your ego but shrink your soul. You're not conquering, you're consuming, and over time, you become the one consumed. The case for empowerment. There are legitimate reasons why some men find casual sex empowering. Personal freedom. Physical intimacy without emotional commitment can represent autonomy and freedom of choice. Being able to experience pleasure and connection on your own terms, without societal pressure toward commitment, can be liberating. Self-discovery. Casual encounters can be a journey of self-discovery. Understanding your desires, boundaries, and preferences without the complexity of deep emotional involvement can help develop sexual confidence and self-awareness. Honesty and transparency. When both parties clearly communicate their intentions and desires, casual sex can actually represent a high level of integrity. There's honesty in saying, "This is exactly what I want, nothing more, nothing less." Breaking shame cycles. For men raised with restrictive or shame-based messages about sexuality, consensual casual encounters can be a healthy way to overcome negative programming and develop a more positive relationship with their sexuality. One 32-year-old viewer shared, "After my divorce, casual relationships helped me rebuild my confidence and understand what I actually wanted in a partner. It was a necessary stepping stone to healing." The case for emptiness. However, there are equally compelling reasons why many men ultimately find casual sex unfulfilling. Diminishing returns. Many men report a pattern of diminishing satisfaction from casual encounters over time. What initially feels exciting and validating can become mechanical and hollow when the novelty wears off. Chemical reality. We can't ignore biology. Sex releases powerful bonding hormones like oxytocin and vasopressin, which can create emotional attachment even when we're trying to keep things casual. This biological reality can leave us feeling unexpectedly empty or confused after encounters we thought would be straightforward. Disconnection from self. Repeatedly engaging in physical intimacy while suppressing emotional connection can create patterns of disconnection that extend beyond the bedroom. Some men report difficulty forming deep connections in general after years of deliberate emotional detachment during intimate encounters. Quality versus quantity. Many men who've experienced both casual and loving sexual relationships report that the quality of physical intimacy tends to increase dramatically with emotional connection. The vulnerability, trust, and openness that love provides often creates a level of satisfaction that casual encounters struggle to match. As one 45-year-old viewer put it, I spent my 20s chasing quantity and my 30s discovering quality. The difference is night and day. Beyond the binary, a nuanced perspective. Perhaps the most important realization is that this isn't a simple either-or question. The impact of sex without love depends on numerous factors, your personal values. What matters most is alignment with your authentic values, not external expectations. Some men genuinely value variety and independence above emotional depth in their intimate lives. Others find greater meaning in building deep connection. Neither is inherently superior. What matters is honest self-awareness. Life stage and circumstance. What serves your growth at 20 may not serve it at 40. During periods of self-discovery or healing from heartbreak, casual connections might be appropriate. During times when you're seeking deeper meaning and connection, they might hold you back. Intention and presence. The mindset you bring to any intimate encounter dramatically affects its impact. Sex without love but with presence, respect, and authentic connection can be meaningful. Sex with love but clouded by insecurity, control, or absent-mindedness can be empty despite the relationship context, communication, and consent. Clear, honest communication transforms any intimate encounter. When both people have shared their true intentions and desires and those align, the experience is more likely to be positive regardless of the relationship structure. Finding your own truth. So how do you determine what's right for you? Here are some questions for honest self-reflection. 1. How do you feel afterward? Not just immediately after, but the next day and the days following. Do you feel energized and positive or depleted and disconnected? 2. Are you being honest with yourself? Sometimes we tell ourselves we're fine with keeping things casual when we actually desire more. This self-deception ultimately leads to pain. 3. Are you being honest with others? Creating false expectations or misleading someone about your intentions isn't just harmful to them, it damages your integrity and self-respect. 4. Is this choice aligned with your long-term vision? Consider how your current choices might impact your future relationships and your capacity for connection. 5. Does this strengthen or diminish you? True empowerment leaves you feeling more whole, more capable, more connected to yourself, not less. Beyond performance, a new paradigm. Much of traditional masculine culture reduces sex to performance, a demonstration of prowess rather than an experience of connection. This performance mindset creates pressure and often leads to a disconnection from genuine pleasure and meaning. What if we shifted the paradigm? What if we approached sexuality not as a performance to be evaluated, but as an experience to be fully present for? This doesn't mean casual encounters can't be part of that experience, but it does mean bringing mindfulness, respect, and authentic presence to every intimate interaction, regardless of its emotional depth. Learning from experience. The men I've spoken with who have found the greatest fulfillment in their intimate lives share certain characteristics. 1. They've developed self-awareness about what truly satisfies them beyond momentary pleasure. 2. They've learned to communicate honestly about their desires and boundaries. 3. They've integrated their sexuality with their values rather than compartmentalizing it. 4. They approach intimacy with presence rather than performance anxiety. They respect both themselves and their partners, regardless of relationship context. The middle path, perhaps the wisest approach, is neither complete avoidance of casual connection nor thoughtless pursuit of it, but a mindful middle path. Choose quality over quantity. Be honest with yourself and others. Bring presence to every encounter. Honor the humanity in yourself and your partners. Align your choices with your authentic values. As you navigate your own path, remember that true male strength isn't about conforming to external expectations, whether they come from traditional masculinity or modern hookup culture. True strength comes from knowing yourself, honoring your values, and making choices that support your genuine well-being. Sex without love can be either empty or empowering, and sometimes both at different times in the same life. What determines its impact is not the act itself, but the consciousness you bring to it. The strongest men aren't those who can keep emotions at bay or rack up the highest numbers. The strongest men are those who know themselves deeply enough to make authentic choices aligned with their true values. If this discussion has resonated with you, I invite you to take 3 important steps. First, subscribe to Strong Male Figure and hit the notification bell so you never miss our discussions on authentic masculinity and personal growth. Finally, and most importantly, take time this week for honest self-reflection. Ask yourself whether your intimate choices are truly aligned with your values and serving your highest good. The strength to face this question honestly is the foundation of authentic manhood.